Hi everyone, this is the first part of 5 of Wet n Wild products that I have that I'd like to talk to you about. This first one is their new Wet n Wild Cushion Concealer. It is for dark circles, darkness on your skin. What I did was I've already primed under my eyes with this Soothing Eye Gel by Yes. It was given to me as a gift from my daughter. It's a soothing, cooling eye gel. It also brings down puffiness. I can show you what it looks like. It's also, I don't know if it's silicone based. I'd have to look, but it's it goes on very easy, and it doesn't create any barrier. It doesn't make stickiness, and it doesn't let it crack or fade under my eyes. It's by Yes, and I'll have that down in the description box. It's by Yes, Soothing Sensitive Skin, Soothing Cooling Eye Gel. I keep it in the fridge. It helps with the under eye darkness that I have and the puffiness a little bit. Last year I noticed I started getting these bagginess under my eyes and the darkening. Never had that before. I've always had just the raccoon part here because of the rosacea, so I've always had this lighter part, and this has always been red. As you can see, I have very mild rosacea here, here, and here. I also have texture. I have scarring from acne, and this has become more prominent. So what I do is you let the Soothing Eye Gel go on. You need very little. A little bit goes a long way. It's not tacky, it's not sticky, and it really does. You can see it's not tacky or sticky, and it just goes on nice. What I do is with the Wet n Wild Cushion foundation concealer, it says, you take it off, you open it up, and inside they have their own puff. I do use it. Some people use their fingers in here, and you do whatever you need to do to make it go under your eyes. Some people even use a brush. You pop off the protective top, and it's a cushion, just like some of these newer cushion foundations or concealers. They have the big cushion, and the product is inside. What you do is you can see the product gets on your finger pretty well. It's a cushion. It has I'll put in the description box how much product is in here, because I don't have my glasses on, and it's not too bad. It's a lightweight, but don't let that fool you. So what I do is I push a little on here and then put it under the eye. Now I get it under pretty well. I've also used their I have it, and I'll have that in the next video. I have the Wet n Wild Cover All concealers, and it's got 4 shades. It's got white for a highlight. It's got yellow to go under your eyes to remove dark circles or any darkness on your face. It also has a purple, and the purple reduces yellowing of your skin. Some women, as they get older, they get just really yellow under their skin or along their jawline, and they can use the purple or lavender, they call it, underneath their foundation. Put that on and then use your foundation. Now this is pretty good, and you don't need a lot. I'm just showing you a lot right here. And what I do is I let that sit for a minute, and I let that sit. Now that's pretty much it. You always put the top on because you don't want these cushion foundations to dry out. I'm sorry, I keep saying foundations. These cushion concealer. So what I do is I just let it sit for a minute, and then because I have the darkness, and I don't think that the peach is always enough, even the yellow from Wet n Wild, I don't want it to be too yellow. And the foundation, when I take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation and I put it under, if it's just the peach, the darkness still comes through. So the magic, everybody's been talking about this, everybody uses it, everybody loves it, including Kim Kardashian uses it, Jeffree Star Manny, MUA, Jacqueline Hill, Emily Noel. A lot of people, they all love this. I haven't heard any bad comments. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser. Some people get in their skin tone. I got it a little darker. It's in light medium. And what you do is you just turn it. You hear the little clicks. And the product comes out in the cushion. Some people don't like the cushion because it looks like it's dirty, but really if you're only using it for this, you put the cap on it, it's not dirty. It's only for my concealer. What I do is I put this on pretty liberally, generously, and I go down underneath where you can see this line, and that's what I do. This product is anywhere between $7 and $9, depending on where you get it. Walmart, I think it's between $8. Walgreens, it's near $10. That's crazy. They used to have the cheapest makeup and good makeup. They used to have Wet n Wild. They used to carry NYC. They used to carry some of the other no-name brands. And now Walmart, my Walmart, totally discontinued it. They have Clinique. They have all the higher Maybelline, CoverGirl, some of the other stuff, some of the higher ends, and none of the Wet n Wild, none of that. You got to go to Walmart or get it online, or you can also get it at Target, where Wet n Wild and Elf are sold. So I put it on pretty good. You don't have to put it as heavy as I do, but I'm a full coverage person. And I just let it sit. Age Rewind is great. I couldn't ask for any better. What I do is, in the next video, I'll show you how the Wet n Wild Coverall concealer, the 4 colors, and I've hit pan on the yellow. The green I use for my rosacea. You know what? Yeah, because I'll do that in the next video because I want you guys to be able to see it. And what I do is I take my e.l.f. Foundation brush. I got this at Ulta on sale. It was buy one, get one half off, and it came out to be $11 each. I bought one for me, one for my daughter, plus I had the $3.50 coupon, which I talked about in my last video. If you get the Ulta guide, or you can get it online, they send you a $3.50 coupon, plus you can use your points as you buy stuff. 100 points has $3 off. So what I do is I feel it. You don't want it to dry totally and completely. Still want it to be just a little tacky, and that's okay. And what I do is I just stipple. I stipple it and I bring it down. And what this does is, sometimes I'll even use it on the top of my eyelid. And what this does is, it just helps stipple it. I don't streak it and drag it because it just will fade the product. What I do is I stipple it just a little bit. A little easy. You can bring it across the nose. Because when you put on foundation, and in my next video, when you put on the foundation, and I'm going to go over this with the foundation, this has a barrier. The foundation of Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the one everybody loves, doesn't really streak it off, doesn't make it cover up. It just helps keep it in place. And then I use the Ulta Photo Focus foundation powder, which is very nice. And then I use the Wet n Wild, I know I'm crazy for Wet n Wild, their Photo Focus setting spray. So what I do is I just stipple it just a little bit. And as you can see, I don't have streaking, I don't have creasing. It's pretty nice. And then I take the Wet n Wild. After I take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation after I've color corrected my face. And as you can see, it's pretty good. It's still a little tacky, but you brought it down a little bit because with the foundation you don't want to be sitting there poking, and it can build up a little bit, and that causes creasing. And so this is how it looks. And in this next video, because this is number 1, this is number 2, going to be number 2, I'll show you how I use the green cover, and then we'll put on the Photo Focus foundation. Okay, thank you very much.